Amid increased tension between the UK and Russia over the Salisbury nerve agent attack, Britain has adopted a new national security strategy, with London now ranking Moscow alongside Islamist terrorism on its list of main threats. The so-called fusion doctrine focuses on strengthening defence and the armed forces. It also emphasises using a broader range of capabilities, including intelligence and economic tools, to counter the UK's enemies. Russia is branded as a threat and accused of engaging in hybrid warfare. RT's Anastasia Cherkina has more.
This national security capabilities review that the British government released, of course, does not fail to mention Russia. It's a 52-page document that talks about all sorts of threats and issues that the UK is faced with, from cyber attacks to terrorism to crime to increasing all of the possible measures they can take to be able to take steps against all of those threats. Now, among some of the means that the UK plans to use when it comes to soft power is quote, investing £291 million to 2020 in the BBC World Service to increase access to trusted news and information. And they say that the soft power will be used to project our values and advance UK interests. And indeed, Russia is mentioned in this report 13 times. The word Russian is used 9 times, and it's being listed among threats such as North Korea and Iran. This document goes on to say that the indiscriminate and reckless use of a military-grade nerve agent on British soil was an unlawful use of force by the Russian state. They talk about a well-established pattern of Russian state aggression, a sustained campaign of cyber espionage and disruption, including meddling in elections. And those are listed along with other acute threats, as is being described, such as Islamic terrorism, human trafficking, piracy, crime, and instability.
On the first page, where Theresa May, our Prime Minister, actually in one paragraph, she says the threat is from Islamic State, North Korea. Well, nobody would argue with that. And then she says Russia. I think we're right to review our security, and we have to review every country in this. But to tag Russia in with North Korea and with Islamic State, I think she's out of step with the ordinary man and woman on the streets of the United Kingdom. Can we all just please calm down? What we need is the evidence. If the evidence points clearly to Russia and indeed to Vladimir Putin, I'll be the first to condemn Russia and him. But we have not seen the evidence.
Tension between Russia and Britain has been escalating for weeks following the poisoning of double agent Sergei Skripal and his daughter Yulia in the city of Salisbury. Both are now reportedly in a coma. Investigators now say the highest concentration of the suspected nerve agent used, Novichok, was found at the Skripal's front door. Scotland Yard detectives have reiterated that the probe may take months. Now, Sergei Skripal is a former Russian intelligence agent, stripped of his rank after spying for the UK and jailed for espionage before being released. Authorities say Skripal and his daughter were poisoned by a nerve agent of a type produced in the Soviet Union. Now, official PowerPoint slides have been leaked, which form the basis on which the US and half of the EU supported Britain's expulsion of Russian diplomats. They describe the nerve agent allegedly used and blame Russia for the attack. The so-called evidence includes claims of previous malicious activity by Moscow. These include cyber attacks, alleged election interference, and what the presentation calls the occupation of Crimea. Well, Moscow does deny any involvement in the poisoning. It's made a formal request for the medical examination records of Yulia Skripal, who's a Russian citizen. Russia also calls the expulsion of diplomats a baseless sanction.